When's the last time you've seen a Poppy?
Do you remember playing as old Poppy? How could you forget this lovely face? No, not that one. This one.
Like, you know how everyone thinks like Teemo is Satan, even though Teemo's amazing? Poppy is actual Satan.
Poppy was originally released as a League of Legends champion back on January 13th, 2010 within patch version 1.0.0.70. To put this in perspective, the year 2010 also brought us some major other events such as the official release of Instagram and Lady Gaga's infamous meat dress. After several years of Poppy being put in the dumpster, Riot finally stepped up to the plate and not only gave her a visual update, but a rework to all of her abilities within the patch version 5.24 on December 9th, 2015. Let's first start off by doing a comparison between all of her old and new abilities. Her old passive was called Valiant Fighter, where if Poppy took non-turret damage higher than 10% of her current health, she would reduce the excessive amount by a total of 50%.
It's funny too, because Poppy's this champion that people make like highlight reels of, where it's Poppy like 1v5ing because of the passive.
Right.
While her new passive is called Iron Ambassador, where periodically Poppy's next basic attack will be empowered and throw out her buckler, which does bonus magic damage and will fall to the ground near the target. If she's able to pick up the buckler, she'll gain a shield for 3 seconds. Poppy's old Q was called Devastating Blow, that after she uses it, her next basic attack is enhanced and does bonus magic damage.
So by the way, Poppy build, max Q, maxing W second. Only 1 point in the charge. Is going for Triforce first, Sheen then Phage.
Poppy's current Q is called Hammer Shock, where she'll slam her hammer on the ground, dealing physical damage and leaving a rupture on the ground, which slows targets, and after 1 second does bonus physical damage. Poppy's old W was called Paragon of Demacia, where she would gain bonus attack damage and armor for 5 seconds every time she deals or takes damage, stacking up to 10 times. She could also activate this early and gain max stacks instantly and bonus movement speed for 5 seconds. Poppy's current W is called Steadfast Presence, which passively increases her total armor and magic resistance by 12% and doubles it to 24% while she's below 40% maximum health. She also has an active which gains her 40% movement speed and creates an aura around herself for 2 seconds, which causes all enemies who attempt to dash within it to take some magic damage and be knocked up for 0.5 seconds. Old Poppy E was called Heroic Charge, where Poppy would dash towards an enemy target, dealing magic damage to them and carrying them alongside her. If they collide with terrain, she would deal bonus magic damage and stun them for 1.5 seconds.
Keeps them alive though, and here comes the Poppy. Can he get the slam? Yes, he gets the first kill, and wow, a double kill for Vizichachi on Poppy.
Meanwhile, Poppy's current E is basically kept the same as its original, also being called Heroic Charge. The only differences are that it's now physical damage instead of magic, and its stun duration goes up depending on its rank. And now for my favorite old school Poppy ability, her R or ultimate, Diplomatic Immunity. This would allow Poppy to choose any enemy champion on the other team and do increased damage to them while becoming immune to all other damage that wasn't done by your ultimate's target throughout its duration. Think of this as current day Mordekaiser ult without actually being within a death realm.
Picking Poppy's illegal in some countries, but Vizichachi's got diplomatic immunity. Kevin charmed up though. This is not good for him. A lot of damage, and there comes Poppy. He ults Kevin, doesn't care. Goes for J-Ree, half health on the Nami. 1 for 0 so far. Nice knockback. J-Ree in the air.
What are you doing?
Down he goes. Vizichachi gets a double kill.
And last but not least is Poppy's current R, Keeper's Verdict, where she'll charge up her hammer, and if she casts it again in quick succession, it'll knock up all enemies in the air for 1 second and do a considerable amount of physical damage. Although, if she continues to charge her ultimate for more than 0.5 seconds, it will do 100% increased damage and will knock back all enemies up to 3,400 units in the direction of their own fountain.
One step.
And now that we finished going over all of our ability changes, don't think I forgot about all of you skin enjoyers out there as well. Poppy went through a massive visual update to both herself and all of her skins. As I previously mentioned, here's what the splash art looked like for the original Poppy design back on January 13th, 2010, and for whatever strange reason, it really gives me red Fraggle vibes from Fraggle Rock. And here's what present day Poppy looks like as of her visual update on December 9th, 2015. As well, here's a quick look at what they both looked like in-game. Poppy's first ever skin was Noxus Poppy, which was released February 2nd, 2010, and has two different splash arts. Here's what Noxus Poppy looks like today, as well as a comparison of both of them in-game. Her next skin was called Blacksmith Poppy, which was released August 24th, 2010. And here's what it looks like today, as well as an in-game comparison of them both. Next up is my all-time favorite Poppy skin, Lolli Poppy, which was released August 18, 2010, and has two different splash art variations. And here's what it looks like today, as well as an in-game comparison of them both. Next up, we have the real Nightmare Fuel, Ragdoll Poppy, which was released December 14, 2010. And here's what it looks like today, as well as an in-game comparison of them both. Poppy's next skin was Battle Regalia Poppy, which was released March 14, 2011. And here's what it looks like today, as well as an in-game comparison of them both. And Poppy's last skin to get a visual update was Scarlet Hammer Poppy, which was released February 1st, 2012. And here's what it looks like today, as well as an in-game comparison of them both. After the visual update, Poppy did have a few new skins, first up being Star Guardian Poppy that was released October 6, 2016. Next up was Snow Fawn Poppy that was released December 12, 2017. Then it was Hextech Poppy on July 23, 2018. Followed by Astronaut Poppy that was released May 28, 2020. Then we have Bewitching Poppy released on October 7, 2021. And last but not least, her most recent skin, Cafe Cuties Poppy, released October 25th, 2023. And that was a quick video about one of my all-time old favorite champion kits, Poppy. You didn't see her that often on the Rift, but whenever you did, you ran for the hills because that thing was a complete menace. In pro play, it was only ever really made viable by Vizichachi of Europe. A few other pros played it here and there, but it was really just him that had his name and face stamped on it. I remembered playing it myself back in the day. There was a time I remember vividly where there was a Varus ADC at his tier 1 mid turret. I ulted him and I literally ran him down all the way to his Nexus turrets before I eventually killed him. Meanwhile, his whole team was trying to peel me, but they just couldn't due to how busted that Poppy ult was. But what did you guys think? Do you guys remember old Poppy? Did you even know Poppy had a rework? Let me know in the comments down below. And while you're down there, are there any other champion reworks that you would like to see a video on? I would love to do another one and continue this series. But that's all I have for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Much love and have yourselves a wonderful day. See ya.